So we're down here at Hallowed Ground of Jazz at the Lighthouse Cafe. I'm just so happy to be able to have a quintet here with Ade Irawan, this brilliant pianist from Indonesia. He's a young guy, blind from birth, 22 years old, loves the music. And tonight, I've even got the best of the young players that have played with me. So I've got Joe Santa Maria on sax, and I've got Sam Webster on drums, along with Ade. That's kind of the emphasis here tonight, is to unite these young guys that play so well. So it's a real honor for me. I'd also like to acknowledge the importance and the beauty of what Gloria Cadena is doing. Her husband Ozzy was a successful, very famous producer of jazz records, formed a foundation that sustains the jazz here at the Lighthouse even now. And so it remains as a jazz venue 3 times a week, thanks to Gloria and the foundation and her noble efforts. So it's a real honor to play for her and here at the Lighthouse, and to be able to include Ade in all this is a real blessing for me.
Let's give a warm thank you to Gloria Cadena, who makes all this possible.
Oh my goodness, it goes way back. 65 years I've been around the jazz, because I had a brother and sister who used to be dancers. It was like in the family, basically. But of course the jazz, when I met my husband, that was in the, gosh, how long ago? 91, and I met him when I was 17. His cousin said, I want you to meet this lady. She's a, what would you say, jitterbugger. This is from the East Coast. That's where I'm from.
Wow.
And he was an excellent dancer also. And so all around New Jersey and New York, we used to jitterbug, and we won a couple of contests, and that started us off. But he was my first and only boyfriend, and I married him in 1950. He went into the service, World War II, in the Marines, and then I waited. And when he came out, he went to Dal Crow's School of Music to learn about jazz producing. But he was, like I say, he worked for Savoy, Blue Note, Prestige, Fantasy, producing. And he passed away 2008, and that's why I continue to do the Lighthouse, the booking, the jazz musicians. So I've been around it a long time. It's $100 a year. I give you a card, and what you're doing is helping the musicians. That's where I get the extra money to pay, like tonight. And musicians like to work here because there's a lot of history, the Lighthouse. And when young musicians or the older ones or whatever, sometimes they put the two together, and boy, you get some good music. The most important is because the younger ones are learning from the older ones.
Yeah.
And I know my husband would want me to do this, and I'm going to do it as long as I can. And if I can't do it anymore, I want to try to get someone that feels and thinks the same way as I do.
Yeah.
Because my husband, you know, he always told me, remember one thing, the musician always comes first. And when I tell the musicians that when they play for me, they said, we don't hear that nowadays.
No.
And that's important.